Hey there, comic fam. How you doing? Hope everybody's doing great. It is New Comic Book Day, and I'm very excited for tonight because this is the fifth What's in the Box episode of Everything Comics. And so I know that there's not a lot of people in the chat right now. I'm sure people will come in later, and I'm sure more people will watch this after I'm done. This is not going to be an overly long video. But I'm really excited about it, and because I got some really cool things to unbox tonight. And so thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate you. We do have one person in the chat, and that is Hero and the Kid. How you doing? I don't know if that's Sean or Will or both. Right? Hey, it's Will. How you doing, Will? Good to see you. And then Nova69 has joined. How you doing there, Nova? Appreciate you guys all tuning in. And so, like I said, today is New Comic Book Day, and I got a stack of comics that I got to read to get ready for my show on Saturday, so I'm excited about that. But I got to tell you, I've been so excited about this day because I have a very special unboxing that is happening tonight. And so one of the things I'm going to do with this unboxing is I'm going to do something a little bit different. I actually have a real special guest backstage, and I'm going to bring him on. And that is my good friend, Jeff. You all know him as That Old Comic Smell. And I'm going to go ahead and bring him on now. There he is. How you doing there, Jeff?
Doing good. How's everybody doing tonight? Well, it's nighttime here in Georgia anyway.
Yeah. We still have a little bit of daylight here on the Pacific Northwest. But it's good to have you on tonight. Really appreciate you being here.
It's good to be here. I don't get on very often, not like I want to.
I hear that. Well, this is the first time I've ever been able to put a name to a face, so I'm really grateful. And I was going to let everybody know there's a real special reason why I have brought this brother that I mostly know from the chat into this live stream tonight is because in this unboxing, I actually bought something very special from him, and I'm very excited to unbox it, unveil it to you guys, and let you know the goodness that I got. And so that's why Jeff is here. And again, Jeff, I really appreciate you being here.
Not a problem. Glad to be here.
Awesome stuff. So I'm just going to acknowledge a few more people that have joined since we started. We got SCG. What's up, my brother? Thank you for tuning in. My buddy Herminio. How you doing, Herminio? Good to see you. Simon R. How's it going? Good to see you too, brother. And then, of course, we also have my good buddy, Two Gun Pedro. Pew, pew. And thank you guys all for tuning in. And, of course, like I said, it is New Comic Book Day. I don't know about you guys, but I bought a bunch of comics today. Really, really excited about the show this weekend. Excited to do the new format for the Coffee and Comic Show on Bueller's channel this weekend. And I'm really looking forward to that. Jeff, do you still do New Comic Book Day, or what type of collector are you, brother?
I have a small pull list, but my local LCS is like 45 minutes away, and I only get down there every few months. I just send him money every week, and I'll come back. I think last time I had 50 or 60 books.
Oh, there you go. So you let them accumulate, and then you go pick them up, and then you just have a heyday, huh?
Something like that. But I mainly try to get on the focus on the older stuff I grew up with, like the 80s, early 90s.
Sure. Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. Ain't nothing wrong. You got some goodness right in there. 80s and 90s, that's where I started too. Late 70s, early 80s is where I started. So you can't go wrong with any of that stuff for sure. So I'm just going to get kind of right into this. I got a few different things that I got over the last week or so. And one of them was an A-OK. And this comes from a supporter of the show. His name's Tony Miles. Really cool brother. And he reached out to me and wanted to know my full list of Daredevils. How many Daredevils do I have? And so he took a look at my CLZ list. I basically took a snapshot and sent it to him. And my oldest Daredevils in my list are issues 9, 13, and 14. And so I've already unboxed this because I had to unbox it the day it came because he wanted me to check it out. But he sent me Daredevil number 15. And this is about one of the best copies of this book I have seen. It's probably an 8.5 to a 9. There are no spine ticks on it. There is some foxing just on the edge of the cover a little bit. So that kind of brings the grade down a little, but it is a beautiful book. I remember having this when I was younger, and I've always loved that character, Ox. They didn't use him too much. But this is some Daredevil goodness. And so this is going into my personal collection as one of my older Daredevils. And I'm telling you right now, we got some Daredevil goodness tonight. And I can't wait to show you guys what I got. But that was an A-OK from Tony Miles. Tony, thank you very much for supporting the show. Thank you for blessing me with an A-OK. I know we barely know each other, and I thought it was really cool that you reached out and wanted to give me something that I don't have in my collection yet. So appreciate you very much, brother. That's the one thing I love about this community. I have really met a lot of amazing people and very giving people, and I think that has been the kind of the unforeseen consequences of starting this YouTube show. I don't want to call it consequences, but I mean kind of a circumstance in starting this YouTube channel is people like you, Jeff, and people like Two Gun Pedro and Herminio and Meeting Bueller and Sam and Damien, Sleepy Reader 666, and so all these wonderful people that I've met in this community. And I think that is just one of the things that has blessed me the most. Of course, we all love comics. We have that common ground. But y'all are great people, and it has been amazing just to be able to meet some of you guys. And so thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm kind of out here by myself with nobody around to talk to. So this makes it pretty neat to be able to talk to people all across the country and like-minded people know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I exactly. So I know you're in the trucking industry or transportation. And you sent me like a picture of a manual that you have to read, and you asked me if I wanted to read it to you, and I just want to let you know here on the live stream, no. I did compliance for about 5 years, and I know what that book is, brother.
Yeah, I tried reading one before, and it about put me to sleep. It was just mind-numbingly boring.
Yeah, that's for sure. That was one of the things I couldn't stand about compliance. Was how much reading you had to do, just mind-numbing, dribble. Of course, you have to stay up on it because you get tested on it all the time. But when it comes to compliance, you have to have your ducks in a row. So it's required that, you read it. And so, yeah, I'm glad I'm out of that game, brother. We got
I was hoping you'd help me out with that.
Yeah. Well, if you ever want to pick my brain for knowledge, I'm here for you, but I'm not going to read it to you, brother. That's on you. I got enough to read for sure. But Comic Crazy just joined. How you doing, my friend? Good to see everybody in the chat. So this is the next book that I received this last week. I mentioned this on the Coffee and Comic Show with Bueller. This is a book that I got from the dollar bins, and I sent it in to CGC for the Frank Miller signing. And I couldn't pass it up, because if you ever come across one of these and you have the ability to either get one or other of the creators to sign it, it is an instant return on your investment. So just keep in mind, I paid $1 for this book, and I probably paid close to $100 to get it completely slabbed and everything. So I'm going to show you guys what I got. By the way, I got a number of books at CGC, so I'll have some more unboxings coming up. I got a bunch of Shannon Mayer books that are still coming, and then I got a number of others. But here you go. This is the Batman, or Spawn and Batman, issue number 1. I sent this off to get signed by Frank Miller, And I picked this up out of the dollar bins, and there it is. It's a 9.8. I don't know if you can see his signature. It's right up there. But right off the bat, if I'm patient, without Todd McFarlane's signature on that, I can get probably about 300 for that book right now. And then, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait until Todd McFarlane will have a signing again, and then I'll get his signature on this. And then once I do that, the price goes up even more. And so I'm very, very happy that it came back in 9.8. I was a little iffy on one of the spots on the book. These are not too difficult to get in high grade because it's got a hard cardstock cover. But this is one of those, if you want a tip, I mean, an absolute tip, if you can find this in the wild, you can still find this in the dollar bins. If you get a nice copy, get it signed by one of those creators and you get an instant return on your investment. So from $1, well, let's just say $110 is what I spent. And my return is going to be $300 if I was to sell it now, but I'm going to wait and get it signed by Todd McFarlane. And then I can probably sell it between $600 and $700. And that's not bad for a dollar book, yo. Amen. Pretty cool. Very happy about that. Very happy it came back in 9.8.
Yeah, I got a copy of that, but somehow somebody put a spine stresses on it. I'm like, how do you bend that book? It's so thick.
Right, exactly. But sometimes with books, when they get put in bins, sometimes if you stuff books in the bins, too much, when people start going through them, you can definitely get those ticks very easy, especially on books like that. If they've been in the bin for a while and the bin's too full. So, but yeah, I mean, that was one I found about a month ago. Was so happy when I found it and sent it in, got the 9.8 and the Frank Miller signature. Score. That's good stuff. So it is, before I get to the finale here, because I want to draw this out just a little bit, I just wanted to see what people are saying inside of the chat. Looks like Fable Mob is here. How you doing, brother? Looks like we got a lot of hellos. There we go. The mayor of YouTube, Mr. Fitz. Thank you, man. Yeah, I love doing that Kingpin cosplay, but I couldn't do it now because I've lost. I've kind of gained 10 pounds back since I went on my diet because of this whole COVID thing. Everything got kind of messed up, but I lost 60 pounds since then, so I can't wear the coat anymore. I'd have to buy a whole brand new coat to play Kingpin. So, but Simon says absolutely awesome. Herminio says, holy smokes, 9.8 Batman Spawn. Yes, sir. Awesome sauce from Hero and the Kid. Herminio said, I found mine for $5 last year. That's still a great price, Herminio. I would still, if you get the opportunity, get it signed because you can get a really good return on your investment for that one. And that's kind of one of those ones I look for if I can ever find it. I definitely am sending that in to get it slabbed, hands down, and get it signed by one of those two creators. It's funny. I haven't found the second issue as much as I have the first, but you can do the same thing with the other issue, the one that was put out. I think this one was the one that was put out by Image, and then the other one was put out by DC. And so, very cool. So you said you have a short pull list over at your LCS. What do you normally have on your pull list there, Jeff?
Let's see. I got Spawn, Robotech, House of Whispers, Constantine, Plot. That one over though. Asking full head that might be over. I haven't gotten anything since like March, so I don't even know what's up there anymore. Put me on the spot. I'm drawing a blank.
Not a problem.
What's it? There's another used to be a Vertigo Sandman spinoff besides House of Whispers.
Yeah.
Lucifer.
Oh, Lucifer. There you go. Yeah, I haven't been too much up on the Neil Gaiman stuff since I came back to comics, but it's definitely on my list. I'm going to be collecting a lot of these in trades because I love his writing and I love that world he created. So, but you okay there, buddy?
Hey.
All right. So Jeff said that his I think it's either his nephew
Oh,
or
say
his
that again.
brother may act up a little bit, so he may have to leave.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and keep rolling.
Okay.
Ruben, how you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm fixing to go get him. Okay, I'll put him in the playpen, but he's fussing. I'll go get him.
So I got a ton of stuff that I bought today at the LCS. I can't wait to get into my books. I already read some of the pre-release copies that I get from a few of the different publishers. So I pretty much already read the Boom stuff. I was able to read Venom last night, which was an amazing book. Venom is pretty cool this week, and so can't wait to get into the rest of my comics and get ready for the show this weekend. So I'm kind of stalling here because I want to make sure that Jeff is able to be here for this.
Okay.
But the big reveal for tonight is Jeff hit me up on Instagram and let me know that he had some books for sale. Watching and listening to the show, he is. And I definitely am a collector of Daredevil, and I started collecting Spawn again with my son. And so he reached out to me and let me know that he had some books for sale, and I've already I've opened the box, and I tampered with the packaging because the brother knows how to pack, and I would have been here for like an hour and a half trying to unwrap this box. And all right, Will, you have yourself a good night. Check out the video later. You don't want to miss what I got inside this box. Have a good one, buddy. All right, so it looks like Jeff had to leave. Really sorry about that, Jeff. I hope you catch it on the replay. I was really hoping you'd be here for this. But like I said, he hit me up on Instagram and told me about a bunch of Spawn books that he had in his collection. And then one book in particular that he knew that I didn't have. And as soon as he mentioned it, I got really excited. I mean, I got really excited. So I'm just going to show you the Spawns first. There's a bunch of duplicates in here, so I took them from him anyway, and I'll probably sell them, or I'll get together with Bueller, and him and I will split on those. But here we got here are the Spawns. I'm just gonna lay them out. So I got Spawn 98. And you know me, I love every single Spawn cover. I think they're some of the best covers that have ever been done in comics. Then there's Spawn number 171. Oh, here he is. He's back. Hey, you're back.
Yeah, little Rugrat started fussing. I had to go get him.
Not a problem. Hey, little one.
Hey.
What's his name?
Dalton.
Dalton, how you doing there, buddy? Welcome to the show. So, Jeff, I'm just kind of showing everybody the Spawns that are in the box here. And this one is issue 279. Get that up there. Then we got issue 280. And Two Gun wants my Spawn duplicates. we will most definitely talk, buddy. Then I got Spawn number 8. And there are a few here. There's another Spawn number 8. And you cannot go wrong with these Spawn books, whether they're the early part of the run or later part of the run. Then I got Spawn 10, and then another issue of Spawn number 10. And then issue number 6. Gosh, I always love these covers. Yeah, I mean, just seeing all these, Jeff, I'm like, oh, I love this. Then you got issue number 3. Another copy of issue number 3. I agree, Hermanios. The Spawns are definitely fire. Then there's issue number 15. And then one of my favorite covers of all time, issue number 2. I just love the colors on that one. If I could have just a black and white copy, I'd love to do my adult coloring on that picture and do my own interpretation of it. That's awesome stuff. And then issue 69. '86. Love the colors on that one too. And then this is one of my favorite covers of Spawn of all time. I actually have Todd McFarlane sign a copy of this for me in January. But here is Spawn number 96. I have always loved that cover. The way the green fire comes off of his hand is just amazing. And here's another copy of issue 96. It sounds like Dalton's liking this too.
Yeah, he's pre-teething, so everything goes in the mouth right now.
Oh,
he's eating
I
my
bet.
earbud.
I bet. All right. And then the last one is issue number 97. Some good Angela action on there. Yeah, there's actually a couple of I sorry to point that out because I'm really excited right now. But yeah, there are a couple of newsstands in there, so it's really cool that those were in there. Thank you very much, Jeff. Discovery Bay is here. How you doing, brother? All right, so let's get to the creme de la creme. Let's get to what all the hubbub is about in this unboxing. So, as I mentioned earlier, the AOK that Tony Miles sent me, issues 9, 13, 14, and now 15 are my oldest Daredevil books. So this is the book that Jeff reached out to me and told me that he had. He gave me a great price on it, allowed me to make a couple of payments on it. And so here it is, without further ado. And this is a huge one, folks. I now have a copy of Daredevil number 2 from 1964. Stan Lee, Bill Everett, and Jack Kirby action on that book. First, a second appearance of Electro, second appearance of Daredevil. Finally got it. This is now my oldest copy of Daredevil, so I'm flipping out. Loving this. So now, Jeff, tell me about this because it's in this plastic cover, and it was definitely at one time graded. It looks like by CGC. It was graded a 5.0. So did it come in a slab, or did you get it like this?
Yeah, I only own 4 or 5 slabs. I got that when I first started getting back a couple of years ago, and I didn't know nothing about slabs because when I got out of comics, slabs were new, and I didn't know nothing about them. That's the way it came. I don't know if maybe back then they just didn't fit the hard outer shell. I got a I don't know if you can see it. There's a ASM 1 up here. It's the same way. It doesn't have the hard outer shell on it.
So I'm gonna do a close up on my screen really quick so people can see this.
Yeah, that was graded back in 03, so I don't know. Maybe they didn't have the hard outer shells back then.
That's what I was thinking. Anybody in the chat know? Back in 03, did they have the hard slabs, or is this how they slabbed comics when they first started? So that is the question. Now, I did notice that down here on the cover. There's a couple of places on the cover that I can definitely tell this was never pressed. And so I'm definitely going to send it for a pressing and a cleaning, and see if maybe I can get maybe a half grade higher. I don't know. I'll try for it. And but this is now the oldest copy of Daredevil in my collection. And Jeff, you have Jeff had to drop. There is he back? There he is. And so Jeff,
I'm trying to flip my camera. I'm trying to flip my camera around and hit the wrong button.
Not a problem. So I want to say, Jeff, thank you very much. I am like overly pleased. I got Daredevil #2 in my collection, in my personal collection now. It presents very well. I know that it says that the pages, they're off-white, which is okay. When this presents, like I was shown on the screen, the reds on this are still really vibrant. And you know, I really whoops. There we go. I really appreciate you, man, because now I got something in my personal collection that I was longing for. Daredevil #2, y'all. I got it.
Hey, I can't see the chat. Did anybody answer if they did the hard slabs back then?
Let's just take a look really quick and see. Hey, hi, Elia's here. How you doing, brother? Let's see. Herminio says congratulations. Nice copy. Nova says nice copy. Herminio says holy crap, nice. Congratulations from Discovery Bay. Two Gun says nice yellow suit. Fable says congrats. Let's see here. Mastodon's here. How you doing, brother? So it doesn't look like anybody in the chat has mentioned on it. Does anybody know if this is the way that they slabbed books in the beginning without the hard shell? Because this has just got the thin plastic. Let me pop this up. This has just got the thin plastic. You can definitely see that it was graded at a 5.0. And so I don't know if this is the way they slabbed them in the beginning. This feels like the plastic inserts that they put in the slabs that I'm used to seeing. But anyway, this is the way Jeff bought it. And but I'll tell you, however you bought it, it is now in my personal collection. I'm definitely going to get this pressed. I'm definitely going to send it in for regrading. We'll see what comes back. Even if it doesn't come back higher, I'm okay with that too, because I'm very happy to have this in my PC. So
I'm glad you got it. I know you're a Daredevil guy, so I know it goes to a good home, and I'm gonna use the funds from that to get some of my my grails for this year. I got a buddy who's got a JoJo #1 signed by Hama and Spawn #1 signed by McFarlane. So I'm gonna get those. That's 2 out of my 4 for this year. My other ones is on a mid-grade Conan #1 and a high-grade Transformers #1. So I should be able to get at least 3 of those knocked out.
that's awesome. I mean, so you benefit, I benefit, and you know, definitely. I mean, I'm a hardcore Daredevil fan. So now that this is the oldest book in my collection, I am so pleased. And then I got a bunch of amazing spawns, and I'll definitely, you know, I'm recollecting that whole run of spawns. So doing that with my son, and this will definitely be a great addition to the collection. Let's see.
On this Spider-Man I got, it's a PGX, and it's graded on 410, but it's the same way. It doesn't have that hard outer shell.
Oh, really? So,
phone, so
Discovery Bay says that it looks like a really early grade comic slab. So looks like that's how they graded them in the beginning. Yeah, see, they're the same thing. That's a nice copy there too. Look at that book. Woo!
My grandson's fighting me for it. You gotta stop, man.
Hialeah says he's never seen that before. And then Fable said, I think Comic Tom had a segment about getting first gen books regraded. He said they were more strict back then. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
So
was
what
thinking
you're
about
saying,
that when I sent it to you. You may get a 5.5 or 6 straight up without even doing anything to it.
yeah, I hear you. Well, it definitely, like I said, I definitely see some areas on the cover that have a little bit of rippling, not like water damage or anything like that, but you can definitely see that it could do with the pressing. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get it pressed, get it cleaned, and send it in and see what happens. Either way, I got Daredevil 2 in my collection, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I wish I'd have known you a few years ago because I had a stack of about 30 or 40 Daredevils, most of them below 100.
Yeah, don't
And I
tell
had a
me that.
couple. I had a couple come down from they were came over from Birmingham or Huntsville, and they came down and they bought a ton of stuff from me. I think I made like $800 that day. But
Oh, nice.
yeah, there were some real nice Daredevils. They were good shape too. But the only ones I kept was the one or two that had Spider-Man in it. I think it was like
Oh,
27 or
sure.
28.
Nice. Well, and it's always a good day when you can put $800 in your pocket too.
Oh, I wouldn't complain, except now that everything they bought's like shot up. Like I had a Spawn 1 through 25 at the time. I couldn't sell it for anything. I
Yeah,
think I got $50 for the whole stack. Now, number one's what, 20, $30 by itself.
yeah. That's the thing. I mean, that's the risk we take. We can buy high, and then the grade can drop, and then when we sell a book later on, it can shoot up, and then we have buyers or sellers remorse. But anyway, that's the life we live as comic collectors, right?
Yeah, and I thought I was doing good when I picked up the Affinity Gauntlet 1 from them, and and then that was right before that bottomed out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like I was saying earlier, I have a hard cutoff because I do have to get going. I got stuff that I need to do. Uh, um, Jeff, I want to thank you very much for hopping on in the live stream tonight. Thank you for working with me, and it's been just a pleasure working with you. And
Oh, it's not a problem. My pleasure. Just,
absolutely. So that old comic smell, y'all, give him all a round of applause because he's a good brother, and appreciate you, man. And
yeah.
to everybody else that is in the chat, I just want to say thank you guys very much for tuning in tonight. Of course, got a lot of great stuff happening this weekend. My Coffee and Comics show will drop on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. We got the new Coffee and Comics show with Bueller that'll be happening this weekend after the break that we've taken. And we have a new format, new studio. It's going to be awesome. You guys want to 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Monday for that. It's going to be an awesome weekend. But thank you guys all for tuning in. That's one of the best unboxings I've ever done. I got some Daredevil goodness from beginning to end, and I'm a happy camper. Anyway, you guys have yourselves a great, wonderful night. And remember, always support the local comic shop and Excelsior. Take care, folks.